we're waiting for traffic here to get out on the road leading down into Fairbanks. Today on the Daily Wander, we're going to be heading down to the Kramer's Refuge. Kramer's Refuge or Kramer's Field, either name will work, is a migratory bird refuge that was set up in the Fairbanks area a number of years ago on an old dairy farm. So in the spring and in the fall, we get a lot of birds traveling through on their way up to the breeding grounds up on the Arctic, north of the Brooks Range. So we'll see a lot of geese, a lot of cranes. Cranes are probably the most famous at Kramer's Refuge, and there's a crane festival that happens, and a lot of people come out to see the birds in the spring. And then my personal favorite that comes through in fairly large numbers are trumpeter swans. But again, they go out on some various river basins and deltas for breeding purposes in the summer. So looks like traffic is kind of crazy here today. Usually I don't wait quite this long to get out, but better safe than sorry with these icy roads. And sometimes people kind of forget about speed and distance, and when you throw ice in there as a factor, sometimes that can be not such a good thing. So we're going to take you along on our journey. Welcome to the Kramer's Field Migratory Bird Refuge. That in the wintertime provides a nice set of trails for walking. We're going to be working on the Boreal Forest Trail today. It's about a mile long with some boardwalks on both ends, and hopefully finding some critters today. Critters that we sometimes are fortunate to find in the Boreal Forest, of where this trail goes, are woodpeckers that are residents throughout the winter. I just heard one pecking up in the trees. It's going to be pretty hard to spot them because they tend to stay fairly high, but if we're real careful, sometimes we can get a view of one. Oftentimes we can hear them, and if you wait long enough, they will come by. They tend to be pecking at the top of dead trees, trying to get under the bark, hopefully finding a meal, maybe an insect or something like that that's hidden under there, and then they can kind of stay resident here. In this part of the forest, before we have spotted black-backed woodpeckers, but I'm gonna go poking along in the trees here, and hopefully we'll be able to find one and snap a picture of him, so you can see one of the residents that we do keep in Alaska despite the winter, despite the cold. So we've been looking for critters, and just a moment ago saw something moving over in the trees here. So we're gonna kind of proceed a little bit, and maybe we'll just get a picture of something. Not sure what we were looking at. This camera doesn't have a tremendous amount of zoom. So if I do spot something here in a moment, I'll get the other camera out and see if we can get a snapshot. Kind of hoping for a moose. Hoping for a moose. Quite a day. The critters have decided to work with us. Found the one woodpecker, and I'll put a picture of him up. Real hard to see in the video, real hard to hear, but we did get one good snapshot of him. And then we were fortunate again to find one moose. Moose at this time of year you got to be real careful with. They're a little bit stressed with the cold and the snow. So no real video, but I'll show you the one picture I was able to get without stressing the moose, making her get up and move around and hopefully not get angry with me at the same time. So thanks for coming along with us today on the Boreal Trail Forest at Kramer's Field. If you enjoyed the video, of course, you're welcome to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and we'll continue to bring you some more wanderings from the last frontier, Alaska.